Hello. So I don't know if you've seen the recent, well, not even recent, but there's a clip of Ice Cube going around now talking about how he didn't accept a job for a movie because in order to get that movie and be in it and stuff, he would have had to taken the COVID vaccine. So he turned it down, which would apparently, according to him, would have been a $9 million job, which I don't doubt or anything. I have no reason not to believe that. Surprised it wasn't more, but it's probably like a smaller thing. Anyways, the point is he turned down a $9 million job because he didn't want to get the jab, and he said fuck the jab. So I was looking at the comments and stuff, and came across some stuff that made some people were like, yeah, well, it was easy for him, he wasn't going to lose his job and stuff like that, and had to feed like he could still feed his kids, stuff like that. There were people that were anyways, so a lot of people in the replies to that, this guy makes a sensible comment that most of us, I think, could understand. And a lot of them jumped on him like, oh no, you made your choice. You could have just gone homeless and whatever. Like, it was your choice. It was your choice. Everybody's trying to say it like it was a choice. But what I think was funny about that, when I was reading these comments, and I was like, this all sounds very, very familiar to me. I was initially just pissed off. But I saw it like some hours ago, and I've had a little time. But I was busy too. I was doing something else. I was working. So it was something I saw earlier, and then I was looking again after work, and I was like, you know what? It's all very familiar. I've seen all this before a bunch throughout my life. It's not the first time. It's happened probably several times, of any different times that the government says this and people say no. But it reminds me of all of that because it's not just that stuff. It's anything. People only speak up when the truth starts coming out more. But I bet you anything before now, like when this was happening and people were told to get the jab or we're gonna fire you and you're gonna lose your homes and all kind of stuff, right? None of those people spoke out. How many people did you hear speak out about it? How many people came to you and said, no, don't take the jab? It was private. It's my business, not yours. It's my business, not yours. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to give you, and I'm not going to tell you anything. It's just, it's my health and this. Nobody was talking about it for real. Most people, right? It was the conspiracy theorists were the only one. The conspiracy theorists were the only ones telling you not to take the jab. Otherwise, most of the sheep were just quiet. And now that it's out more visible that it was bullshit, these people jumping out like, oh yeah, I'm a hero. I'm so smart. I didn't take the jab. Blah, 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 But no, those people didn't discuss it before. It's the same thing with voting. What's the thing people will tell you about voting? Go vote. They don't tell you who for. Nobody talks about the actual policy. It's always just Dem versus Rep, Democrat versus Republican, or Biden versus Trump, right? It's always that. It's never real. It's just go vote. And on top of that, when they're asked, most people, again, this is generally speaking, there are people that do discuss it, but it's it's not normal. Most people don't. Most people will say it's private. I can't share. And I can sort of understand some of it because I do know that, people like myself are crazy. I won't kill anybody over it. I want to kill Paula. Oh, never mind. Anyways, damn it. I always let that shit slip. It's anger, yo. But nobody talks about it for real. Nobody talks about the actual policies. And I remember I was thinking about this lately. I remember I got the ballot because I did vote. I voted independent. I didn't vote for any main. I knew it wouldn't matter, but at the same time, I was out of my mind through it for a long time, and whatever. So I knew when I voted that it was bullshit. I knew it. That by that point I was already convinced. I'd already been far enough down the rabbit hole. I already knew. And I put it in just because I had already taken the time to go and look and find the independents. I had already taken the time to find other non-main people to click a box on or whatever, or, stuff like that. So I was just like, all right. So, but I already knew it was bullcrap. But I did have the ballot and stuff, right? And I immediately noticed, because I was paying attention the whole damn time trying to figure out who to vote for again. And on the ballot, I was very familiar with the policies. Not all of them. Some of them I was like, oh, where'd that one come from? But that's just normal with this nonsense. But most of the policies that I saw on there, they were lying on the ballot, on the form that you submit. And they weren't lying. They were omitting everything else. Everything. And I remember that was the first thing I saw when I was 18 years old trying to vote. I've talked about this before. I even posted a blog about it. I think I unpublished it, though. I took a lot of stuff back down. I was like, fuck it, this ain't worth telling people. They don't give a fuck. People are just stupid and they want to fucking keep going along with it. So fuck it, whatever. Who cares? Fuck it all. But so I'm just talking again just because I got to get it out somehow, right? Like, I'm just constantly angry now, just constantly. Anyways, so when I was 18 and I first tried to vote, that was the very first thing I saw. Was for like every little thing that you're supposed to vote on, you have a choice between, right? Every single thing that you can pick from. If there's one good thing about it, there's like 8 to 10 or more things that are attached to it that are negative. So if you actually look at the real policy, what they do was they'll take that one line that sounds good. It's not. It sounds good. They take that one line, they put it on the main official simple ballot or whatever, and that's what they show you. They don't show you the rest. They don't show you all the shit. And there are the real stuff is available, just nobody takes the time to go into it, which is understandable because it is all bullshit. It is. It's a that was another thing I immediately will never forget when I was 18 trying to figure that out. I was like, none of this makes sense. How are we supposed to vote? By design. It's all bullshit. All of it. And you probably know this. Most people still believe your vote matters. It never has. Not ever. Not ever. Never. So, anyways. But that was, this was something I've been thinking about for the past couple of days. I kind of wanted to talk about this a little because it was like, I remember it was something on Discord. Someone asked, he said, who did you vote for? And he goes, oh, I don't want to tell you. That's my business. Because it's team sports. It's fake. It's all, that stuff is just bullcrap, you know? And I mean, it's just like, and then if you do talk about it again, it's all the surface stuff. Trump versus Biden, the lesser evil. That sucks because here's the thing that makes it worse, all right? What's the solution? There isn't one, other than killing these people. That's how I see it. The non-killing version is to strip them of all their power. Everything they own, all the money they have, has to be taken from them. That is the truth. That is the reality. Who's going to do it? You have to be a thief or a criminal to win in this world, in this society. You have to be a murderer. And those who our leaders are, they're literally thieves and murderers. Literally. They're genocidal thieves, okay? If they're not stealing from you, they're killing you. And that's something, the thing about it that's messed up is, ever since I was a kid, I knew the government was bad, but I didn't know how far they went, how deep everything really was. I didn't know. I could have if I had looked deep. I mean, I remember, part of it is it's all conspiracy theory, right? That's what we hear our entire lives. But if you really look, it is? Well, then how does this all connect? How does this all make sense? Why does every single step that I take in every fucking direction, following this and this and this, why does it all make perfect sense? And it's all just there, if you actually look. It's nuts, man. It's fucking nuts. So, I mean, damn, dude. I can understand being I said it in a previous video. I was like, it don't matter if you know the truth. Don't matter. If you're powerless, you're powerless. What am I going to do? I know the truth. What am I going to do? Other than, spend the rest of my life training to become an assassin and murdering the motherfuckers. What am I gonna do other than that? What, you know, like, so, you know, whatever, man. I don't know. I think it's good for people to realize and truly, you need to truly understand. You can't think any of this fake bullcrap. You cannot believe anything that they say that's supposedly good is actually real. Especially, like, I mean, dude, if you look at everything, all the policy stuff, man, like I said, they'll give you that one line that sounds good, and they'll not even tell you about the rest. All the stuff that's attached to that one thing that's really nothing, especially in comparison to all the... I couldn't give you an example because it's not stuff I stick in my head. It's too much. It's all a bunch of shit, and you'll understand me if you go look at the policies and you actually look at the depth of it, right? Article this and all dur. It's like, dude, wait, what the fuck am I... what? Right? Like, you know... So the surface thing, the one line, you know, which is just bullcrap. So what got me thinking about that was like the Ice Cube thing. I saw the comments. Now more and more people are coming out all confident, like, yeah, I didn't take the jab, I'm so smart, you know. Oh, I lost my job. And I saw this from people, and I was like, nobody is going to be proud that they... Well, I suppose they'd be proud they lost their job over it, kinda. Only if they had a backup, though, right? Like, I mean, how many people are out there going, yeah, I became homeless, woohoo, right? You know? Be like, fuck, I got homeless. This is some bullshit, you know, right? I'd be fucking pissed, right? I'm pissed. No, I'm not homeless, so what the fuck, right? So, you know, like, no, I think these people are all full of shit, and it pisses me off that they all, like, all of a sudden, now they're speaking out, you know? Like, why didn't you talk more openly about it before? Why was it so private before? Why don't you be like, hold on, I know shit's crazy, but, like, hold on, man, you know, like, don't, like, oh, my doctor this, like, and I sort of get that, again, I mean, you know, but, like, nobody talks about it for real. That's my point, okay? Like, especially, like, people who are close to you. I had my mom's ex-boyfriend that or at the time, we still spoke with him, and he came and visited us every week and stuff, since my mom died, and we just hung out and stuff. And he was telling us, yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't get the vaccine if you don't need it and stuff. And he was telling me, and we were opposing that, to put simply. Because, yeah, I said it before. You think I don't feel like an idiot? Oh, yeah, no, I mean, I am, you know, I'm beyond pissed. There's no ceiling for my rage, and I'm stuck with it. I can't do anything with it. All I can do is try not to be constantly ragey, and that doesn't work. I'm only, I don't know, it's weird. It's really weird to be so full of this much anger and not be consumed by it, but also be consumed by it. Because there was a full year where it was just, I don't know how to describe it. So I am constantly angry, but I'm not like, I guess, I don't know. It's really weird, because there is a difference. There's a difference between that year when I was just consumed by rage and constantly being angry now. I don't know. It sucks so bad. It's just endless pain. It's not just that, you know, it's everything else before all this happened. I was already depressed, man. I was already had issues, you know. So, I also learned a lot about myself, kind of. I learned I never actually hated myself. It was a simple way of putting things. I just hated my situation and my life and the way it's been going and stuff. I was pretty fucked for a long time. Only now am I finally in a place where I might have had hope if I was here a lot sooner. I have none anymore. But I am in a position where it's possible, I guess. I don't know. Anyways. It's crazy, man. It's funny. I was immediately confident when I fucking knew. I've been screaming for so fucking long everywhere I could anyways on stupid social fucking media, you know. I even tried telling my sister first on when I first was looking into the jab more. Well, not even the first. I was paying attention the whole fucking time, man. I watched everything. Watched everything those motherfuckers said and did. And I told her, I said, I think we made a huge mistake. Huge fucking mistake. And she didn't believe me. You know. And the more I tried to reach out, the more I tried to share, which I don't blame her, you know. I don't blame her at all. The more I tried to share, she just started calling me a conspiracy theorist and shit, which is hilarious. I'm like, this, what? What the fuck? You know? So, and she's the only person I had at all. I had already lost all my friends over the voting stuff with Biden and Trump. Most of my friends, you know. I understand. I get it. I've been crazy. But I don't hold back, man. I don't hold fucking back. I don't care. I'll never forget one of my friends from high school. He's one of almost nobody that put up with my shit. In a way, I call it that. He put up with my shit, but we were just friends and we understood each other. I'm honest. I will tell you what I think and feel. I don't care. And if it's going to offend you, I don't care. Do I want to offend you? No. Of course not. No, I don't want to hurt you. But especially right now, I don't. I thought I didn't care before what people thought. I really don't. It's no. Anyways, I mean, I don't want to offend people at all. You know, I mean, but I'm never gonna take any shit ever again. Like ever. I mean, it's been weird, man. Like, I mean, I've always had a different opinion on everything all the time, my entire fucking life. I never just went along with shit, you know. And it wasn't just to oppose. I don't like go against something just cause. I was like, well, I don't agree with that. That's all, man, you know. Anyways, I don't remember why I got into that, but it's all kind of related, I guess. But, yeah, so I didn't just fucking look at one argument. I didn't see, like, a Republican say, oh, no, vaccine's bad, because they do that. That's a show. There's not a single politician that I would ever trust a single fucking word out of their mouth ever again. I mean, I knew it was bad before. Like I said, I didn't know how bad it really was. I mean, I knew it was bullshit, but damn. No, it's so much worse. It's so much worse. Anyways, yeah, so my main point was, like, you know, you ever notice, like, people don't really talk about it until it starts coming out more, and then they get all like, yeah, me, and then they start trying to ridicule it, which I get that. You get pissed at people for being stupid. Like, that I understand. I'm sure you do too, right? Like, when, you know, I'm sure, oh, yeah, that's what I was talking about my friend who, there was a friend of mine in high school where I would cuss him out and stuff whenever he said something stupid, you know? But we hung out every single day, all day long for years. And I'm almost every day I would cuss him out for something, you know. But that's just, you know, those specific topics and whatever, and, you know, like, but he took it, and he just accepted that I was an honest person, I guess. Like, I don't know what his actual perspective is, because we never really talked about, like, why he took my shit. But I think that's just it. Like, you know, like, he could accept, like, me just telling him how I feel and think, right? Like I don't know. Like, it's weird to me because it seems most people can't do that. It's really weird. It's why you can't even discuss anything, you know, because if you disagree on something, it's automatically like, oh no, fuck you, you know. So in some certain topics, I understand that. Like I mean like simple stuff. I don't mean like politics. I mean normal stuff. People are like that with normal, regular things, that are just like dumb garbage. That why would you get in a fight over that? Like, just cause it's like if you got really pissed at a friend who didn't like pineapple on pizza, like, oh, how fucking dare you, right? It's just stupid things. Politics, I can understand a little bit more of why you would separate from friends and family over stuff like that. I do, because like, I mean, if you're going along with the government, you're going along with genocidal fucking lunatics. Like, they're insane. But sadly, in that sense, most people, most people still believe one team is better than the other. They're the same that put on a show. Anyways, yeah, so I just thought it was interesting and funny, and it does make me mad that I can watch all these people now. Now they're all, oh, I didn't do this, no, you made the choice, and when it was not a choice for a lot of people. It was for me. I screwed up. I was just stupid and out of my mind. But I mean, I wasn't threatened to lose my job over it, or stuff like that. So a lot of people, anybody that says it was easy for them to do it is full of shit. And clearly they had a backup. I had seen, I mean, I'm sure there's some rare stories, but it's just the way people act. Like, they act like, oh yeah, it was your choice, and I went homeless like it was nothing. Yeah, no, I don't believe those people at all. I don't believe them for a second. I think that's just bullshit. It just makes no sense, right? Like, does that make sense to you? When people were like, oh yeah, I just went homeless. I didn't take the jab. I just went homeless and lost my job, and yeah, I'm cool. Fuck that. Does that make? Do you really believe that? I don't know. Whatever. Maybe you know somebody that did that though. Maybe. I mean, it's possible. I'm just saying the way people act about it though, as if it was nothing, and then oh, you made that choice. Like, I don't know, dude. I don't know about that. Especially, think about it too. Think about the length of lies that they have gone to, and think about how many people still believe that this is a real thing. Think of how many people still believe that the vaccine works and that you should take it. It's probably most people. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts, dude. Anyways, I've talked for too long. I didn't mean to. I actually meant to make this a lot shorter, but I rambled, so. Alright, I'm gonna go now. Bye-bye.